Greetings and salutations, Tiger fans. Welcome to Hardin County High School basketball tonight from Caleb Welch Gymnasium. Bill Sharp here along with Steve Carnell. We're going to try to bring you the highs and the lows of two basketball games between, guess who, the Hardin County Tigers and the Adamsville Cardinals. Takes nothing else to get you pumped up for this meeting, as we've said 1,000 times, and it's always the truth. You can throw the record book out, you can throw the place, you can throw just about everything out except for the coaches. You can even throw them out sometimes. There's going to be a hard-fought, exciting basketball game when these teams meet.
Well, you can already tell, Bill, that the crowd's a lot better than it was on Tuesday night. Both sides, Adamsville always travels well. So does Hardin County. And it's a game between two teams. You can say they don't like each other. They want to win this one bad, I think.
Well, the last time they met, the Cardinals walked away with a 33-27 win.
Yeah, that's what
over
you did
there
that one on your own.
And,
you caused that.
And it was my fault, but that's the lowest score of the Tigers all year long was in that game back in November. So right now they're averaging somewhere around 45 to 50 points a game, and they only scored 27 in that game. So I expect to see us produce, particularly offensively, more tonight than we did back in November. But, that's a pretty good defensive team on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, and we can say, well, this is a different team than it was back, what was that, about week one of the season. Of course,
right.
I'm sure Adamsville was thinking the same thing. We're a different team as well. But listening to that game and listening to your call that night, it seemed like it was just a struggle. We would kind of get a lead, not a very big lead, but we never could keep it. And then Adamsville just hung on, and then they finally, if I'm not mistaken, got a three.
Right.
And then we missed a layup maybe right after that, and never did really.
It was down to the wire, but
yeah.
You're right. It was a totally different Tiger team that played that night. They've now got confidence. They put together some win strings. I think they believe they can beat anybody they go out on the floor with, and that is going to make a big difference in tonight's effort for sure. And when you put confidence together with effort, you get wins.
Yeah, and this is one final tune-up before next week as we start district play, and we know how important that is. So this will be a good test for them, and then we'll turn our attention toward, I think, Southside on Tuesday.
Yeah, we hadn't been to Southside since last year. That's a tough place to play, and we get to go to Northside this year, which is really interesting. So if you haven't been enamored by the non-conference or non-season or district schedule so far, wait another week, and it's all going to start for real. So the officials are out on the floor. Teams are moving to their benches. We're going to have the introduction of the starting lineups in just a moment. Let's take a pause for a word from our sponsors. We'll come right back here at Caleb Welch Gymnasium. Stay with us. So the Adamsville Lady Cardinals are being introduced. Ava Neighbors, Kennedy Cleary, Katie Johnson, Cammie Adkins, and Shelby Harris. Those are your 5 starters. And head coach, Chad Austin. Lights come down. Brandon Kirk, the head coach of the Tigers, will introduce his starters for tonight. We're wondering if Lily Beth DeBerry is going to be able to play tonight. She's here and is wearing a protective device on her face. But she's coming out. Lily Beth will be starting tonight. She's a sophomore. Had a blow to the head last week and had to lay out a couple of games, or a game. Next is Molly Pierce, a senior. Followed by Clara Callahan, who is a senior. Neely Barrier, a senior. And the 5th starter is Riley Strickland, a junior. Assistant coaches, Todd McGee, Cindy Hughes. Lady Tigers right now are 12-4 on the season. Looking for that elusive 13th win tonight. And got to get to 14 as soon as possible. You don't want that 13 hanging there very long. So Callahan will be jumping, and she's jumping against Cleary, I think. Yeah. Tap's going to be controlled. Molly Pierce comes out with it. Tigers are in action on the south goal. Down to Barrier in the corner for 3. Catches the back rim, comes back off. Rebound taken down by the Lady Cardinals. That's Cleary. Gets it into the forecourt. Moves it over to the right side now. That's Atkins. Drives in the lane. Goes in for a layup on the right side. Missed it. Rebound, DeBerry. She didn't look like she was shy of mixing it up inside. She grabbed that one and got it off to Strickland. And Strickland goes to the left wing on the offensive end. To Pierce, back outside to DeBerry. The Strickland, who's moved into the corner. Callahan goes underneath, gets a shot off the glass, scores. Clara Callahan opens up the scoring for the Tigers tonight. And it's 2-0 as the Lady Cardinals get it on the left wing to Johnson. Tigers in a man-to-man. Here's a driving shot that's off, no good. Rebound's picked up. Another shot's off, no good by the Cardinals. Strickland comes out with the rebound. She's running. 3-on-2 underneath. Going underneath is Pierce, and they call her for traveling. Well executed fast break. Just took an extra step after she caught the pass, and it will be Cardinal basketball in the backcourt. It's Neighbors, or rather Atkins with the basketball. On the right side, driving layup's going to be up and good. And that's going to be it's going to be Johnson. Katie Johnson gets the first 2 points for the Cardinals. And the Tigers bring it down the floor. We're tied at 2. Down in the corner, Pierce tries to force it into Callahan. Callahan does get it up, does get to the basketball, but has to toss it back outside to Strickland as the Adamsville defense collapsed on her. DeBerry has it right wing, down in the corner now, underneath the Callahan. Callahan's got another short shot off the glass. No. Rebound, Cardinals. I think that was Cleary on the rebound. Atkins in the corner now to Johnson. Johnson, that's on the right side. Back to Cleary. Cleary's jumper from 14 is no good. Rebound, Strickland. Strickland, long pass down to Pierce, who goes in for the layup, but she is hammered from the backside there as coming out in her defensive position is Ava Neighbors. She stopped the basket, but that's going to send Pierce to the line to shoot 2. First shot's good. So the Tigers up by a point now. 5:34 left to go, first period. Second shot, off no good. Rebound is Barrier. She'll whip it out around on the right side. Now to DeBerry off the right wing. She takes the three and hits it. Welcome back, Lily Beth. And here come the Cardinals now, trailing by 4. With it now is Johnson to the right side. Down in the corner now on the left to Atkins. Atkins out now to Harris. Harris takes a couple of dribbles, gives it back to Atkins. Now to Harris in the corner for three, way out. It's off, no good. Rebounds put up on a follow that won't go, and now there's a loose ball in the lane. You know what that's going to be. It will be a hell ball. They're going to give the ball to the Cardinals because the Tigers got the opening tap. Inbounds. They kick it out on the left wing. Eyeing the three there is Atkins. She decides not to and goes back outside now. Well, that was Harris, rather. Went back outside to Atkins. Now here's a three-pointer from about 19 feet out. And that was Atkins. She gets a three. And it's a 6-5 Tiger lead now. Callahan gets it to head of the key. Over the barrier for an open three. Back rim won't go. Got her own rebound. Comes out dribbling and will set it up on the left side now to Pierce. Down in the corner. DeBerry with it. Now over to Strickland. Around the horn via DeBerry. Strickland down to DeBerry for the three in the corner. It's off, no good. And I thought Callahan had it. She had it stripped and off to the races. And I think that's number 5. It's hard. She's moving so fast. That's going to be Ava Neighbors gets a deuce on a fast break off of a loose ball. Cardinals take the lead, 7-6 here, 3:39. Strickland trapped in at half court, coughs it up. Cardinals will get it back. Coming out with it is Neighbors. Now on the left side to Harris. Back to Cleary. Now over a drive from the right side's off, no good. I think that was Neighbors, but the rebound's going to be taken down by DeBerry, or rather Barrier. And the Tigers come down the floor with it. Strickland gets it to Barrier on the right wing. Barrier tries to force it down under, gets a good bounce pass under to Callahan. A whistle and a foul is going to be called. And the first foul of the game, or second foul rather, is going to be on the Cardinals, will be instituted. And I'll see if I can get that number in a minute. Strickland gets the inbounds pass following the foul. Misses the layup. Callahan with the rebound. Her shot won't go. Gets it again and throws it out on the corner on the right side as she was fighting with it with the Cardinal. And it came out. It's off of Callahan. Give it to the Cardinals. They're running. Into the forecourt is Atkins. Now to Neighbors. Here's a three. It's off on the right side. It's off and out of bounds. Touched last by the Cardinals. It looked like Strickland was in the neighborhood of it, but there must have been some contact by the Lady Cardinals. So with 2:37 left to go in the first, Tigers down by a point. It's going to be another one of those. Down to Pierce on the left. Now to DeBerry. Callahan back to DeBerry. She drives for the layup. Missed the layup. Rebound Cleary. Adamsville up by 1. Looking to go ahead by more on this trip. Driving in the lane. Putting up a bank shot is Johnson. A whistle and a foul is going to be called. That's going to be on Harris, I believe. Or rather, I thought that's not on Harris. That's on one of our players, which is going to be Pierce. Saw the forward. I didn't understand how that worked out. So the foul was on Pierce. First shot is Harris on the line. Check that. Johnson on the line. She hits both of them. And And the Tigers will take it out now, down by 3, following the foul. Across the timeline comes Strickland. Strickland drives, goes left, then turns right, goes down the lane, puts up the layup, won't go. Rebound taken down by Cleary. Cleary into the forecourt. Comes outside now to Johnson, shading the right side of the circle. Now Johnson gets it back, goes into the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. Coming out is Strickland. Riley's had about 4 rebounds already tonight. Here's a three-pointer off the left side. It's off and no good by Miller, who's checked in. Hannah Miller in the game. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, touched last by the Cardinals. The Tigers will get another shot at it on this trip down the floor with 1:27 left to go in the first. Barrier immediately covered up defensively. And now they get it to Miller. Now to Callahan. Now to Callahan in the lane. She got the pass from Miller down underneath. She laid it up and in. So Callahan gets on the scoreboard with her 4th point. And it's 9-8. Cardinals up by 1. 55 seconds left in the quarter. With it now, it's Neighbors dribbling. Picked up by Strickland. Gets it over to Harris. Harris, I thought traveled. She did. She started to throw it to the right and then turned to throw it back to the other side, and she drug her foot, and the official saw it about the same time I did. And it was a delayed call, but it came anyway. The Tigers get the benefit. 39 seconds left to go. Strickland drives to the high post left side to Miller to Callahan. Callahan pivot move in the paint. Back to Miller. Miller has the ball swatted away there with 24 seconds left. It's knocked away by the Cardinals. So the Tigers will have it out. And they get it to Callahan now with 23 seconds. Back outside now near the Tiger ear. On as Strickland goes down to the low post, kicks it back out to Barrier. Tries to drive it into the paint. 10 seconds. Now they're going to call 3 seconds, I think. Oh, or was it a timeout call?
I think Abe called a timeout.
They didn't have the ball. Anyway, 9.7 seconds remaining.
Or maybe we called a timeout.
Well, there's a timeout on the floor. The Tigers are down by 1, back in 30. On the first period clock, and the Tigers will have the back. There we finally got DeBerry set up right in front of the Cardinal bench. Inbound pass going to be stolen away. Coming out with it is number 21, Mackenzie Luna, who takes it to the glass, lays it off the glass, and scores as the time runs out in the quarter. 11-8, first quarter score. Tigers down by 3. We'll be back in 1 minute. So the Tigers give up the first quarter by 3, as these Cardinals are not going to roll over and play dead. It's going to take some expertise. We haven't had a really hot hand in the first quarter. We missed several shots. But our biggest problem has been errant passes that turn into fast breaks. Almost did it again. Callahan will now have it at the head of the key. Gets it over now as DeBerry crosses. Miller crosses in front of her. And they're doing a little weave right through the top of the free throw circle. Here's a pass to trying to get it into Callahan. Strickland, it's going to be stolen away by the Cardinals. Down the floor they go into the paint for the layup, which is not good. It's going to be Cleary. And the foul is going to be on Strickland, her first. And Cleary will go to the line to shoot 2 here. First shot is off, no good. Second shot, she got 1 out of 2 there. And now it's a 4-point lead. Strickland dribbling in the backcourt, half-court trap set up. And as they work it in, they get it to DeBerry, then to Strickland. Now way down the floor, and Hannah Miller now has it on the left wing. Around the corner they go on the right side, now to Barrier for a long 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Cleary. Cleary's had at least 6 rebounds thus far in the game. And the Cardinals lead 12-8. 7 minutes left to go in the second period. Across the timeline, they get it in, and with it is Johnson. Johnson guarded by Callahan. Now here's an attempted steal as Miller tries her hand at a steal. She had it but lost it out of bounds. Give it to the Cardinals in the forecourt. They'll toss it into the backcourt. That's Atkins with it. Now to Cleary. Driving in for a layup is up and no good. They waved it off. There's a foul call, and it's going to be on DeBerry, her first. But it saved the basket anyway. 6:21 left. Tigers in the first half, that is. Tigers down 12-8. Cardinals with the basketball. Round the horn. Now is Sims into the game for the Lady Cardinals. Puts up a 3. It's no good. Rebound down on the baseline. I didn't see who got it, but there's a shot from the right side by Atkins. It's no good. The rebound's going to go out of bounds untouched. Give it to Hardin County. 6 minutes even left to go here in the first half of play. Tigers down 12-8. Strickland gets it now as Barrier, and she try to work it up the floor. They beat the press, get it into Strickland now, who's dribbling from left to right. Now to Barrier down in the corner. Underneath to Strickland, who's driving for the layup. She missed it, but she's fouled. And I believe in the act of shooting. Foul is going to be on Atkins. That's her first. And Strickland goes to the line to shoot 2. First shot's up and off, no good. Into the game comes Shelby Harris. Out comes Cleary. No, it's not Cleary. Anyway, second free throw is off, no good. So the rebounds, Cardinals, they get an outlet pass down the floor. Going in for an easy layup on the outlet pass. The Tigers did not get back on defense. Ava Neighbors picks up her 4th point tonight. And the Tigers come down the floor. Now down by 6. DeBerry. Over now to Riley Strickland. Down baseline to DeBerry, who went inside and bounced back out. Now here's a pass down to her in the corner on the left side. And under to Callahan. Nice pass under there. Shot just won't go. Callahan gets the rebound, puts it up again. It's off, no good. Finally slapped back in bounds by the Cardinals, and now they're off to the races looking for a fast break. Here's a bank shot right about 6 feet away from the goal. It's up and good by Katie Johnson, and it's 16-8. Tigers have thrown it away again.
Yeah, they're out of sorts.
They're frustrated right now.
Yeah, they're frustrated, out of sorts, cold as ice from the field, and really from the free throw line. We ain't scored in a while. I mean, we've been stuck on 8.
Strickland and Miller and I believe Barrier too were involved in that. They just got lost between them and they threw it out of bounds. 4:38 left to go here in a second period. Tigers down 16-8. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Lady Cardinals have ripped off 5 unanswered points here in the second period, and they lead 16-8. Tigers just took a timeout to reset, push the old reset button. And now Atkins is working against Strickland way outside. There's an attempted steal by Strickland. They fight for it on the sideline. They're going to say it was Tiger ball. Yeah, good play by Riley Strickland. She fought Atkins for it. And the Tigers get the turnover and have the basketball now with 4:22 left to go in the half. They need a bucket here. Strickland across the timeline. Gets it to Shaylee Green. Green drives, stops, shoots, misses the shot. Got the rebound, put it back up and in. That's away right there. 16-10. Now driving and in the lane and banking one home there. And they're going to have to stop her. She's done that all night. And that's Johnson. She's got 8 now. And she just drives in the middle, throws it off the glass. Here's a toss out on the left wing. Shot up by Hannah Miller. It's going to wedge in between the rim and the backboard. And they're going to have somebody besides the officials and any of the players.
Yeah, they're looking around. Anybody.
They've got a basketball.
That's that's a bad omen to your night right there when that happens.
They still haven't got it out.
And they got that thing wedged in there. They may have to play with it right there.
He's packing it in there even tighter. There we go. And he one of those. Took him 5 shots and he shakes his fist.
You know, he's the guy we had over at Scotts Hill that was real animated.
Yeah.
You know, he had a big time. He seemed like calling ball games.
Yeah. Anyway, when that happens, it's generally a hell ball, and they're going to give it to the alternation. That's going to give it to Adamsville in the backcourt, and Johnson will bring it down 4, and barriers all over Johnson now to Cleary. Now the Neighbors, who's come around, tries to pass it down on the baseline. Atkins runs right square into Green. I thought Green took the worst of that. They're going to call a foul on Shaylee.
Well, she was holding on for dear life, and I thought we might have got
all I saw was a collision.
I
didn't see the hand action, but I did see the collision. It looked like Shaylee took the worst of that. But it will be Cardinal basketball on foul. That's the second team foul on the Tigers, only one against the Cardinals. 3:21 left to go in the second. Tigers down 18-10 right now. Cardinals working it inside the free throw circle. Clear gets it to Cleary now on the right side. Here's a three-pointer. It's off, no good. And out of bounds, touched last by Strickland. I saw Strickland standing at the baseline, and the Tiger faithful are not happy with that call at all. But Johnson will inbound it to Cleary, guarded by Miller out there. Now They get it over now to Harris, or rather Johnson. Johnson drives in the lane, throws up a two-handed prayer there that was 4 feet short of the rim, but it goes out of bounds. Touched last by the Cardinals. 2:55 left to go here in the second period. 18-10. Tigers down by 8. Here's a pass into Green. Green posted up on the baseline. Shot won't go. Rebound taken down by Atkins. Atkins over the timeline at 2:36. She'll drive baseline down in the corner. Here's a three-pointer off the left side. It's going to be off, no good. Nice rebound there by Green. She'll get it out to Strickland. The Tigers are running. Across the timeline, Strickland spin move at the head of the key. Goes about halfway down the lane. Picks up a dribble. Looking for help. Going to need something. Gets it down to Pierce. Pierce drives in the lane. Scores! And she's fouled. Molly Pierce taking advantage of an excellent feed there. An excellent assist. And she'll go to the line to shoot for the three-point play. She missed it. Rebound, Cardinals. Cleary has it. Across the timeline. Goes on the right side now to Johnson. Johnson, the hot hand thus far. She's got 8 tonight. Harris with it now. Guarded by Barrier. Goes right and then back to the left. 148. They're not in any hurry. Looked to me like a double dribble there, but they got away with it. So they're going to get it on the left wing. Here's a three-pointer. It's in and out there by Atkins. She got her own rebound, goes in for the follow, and a whistle and a foul is going to put her on the line. And that's going to be on Green, her second. (18-12), Cardinals up by 6. And on the line shooting 2 is Atkins. First shot is off, no good. Second shot, got it. 1:35 now. Tigers got to make up some headway here before we go into the locker room. Down by 7. Biggest lead of the night so far. Here's a drive under the Green. Green's open. She banks it. She scores. She got the pass from Miller. Hannah Miller got the quick pass down underneath. She's wide open, or much taller than her defender anyway. And Green picks up her 4th point. And that cut it to 5. A steal here with 1:12 would be great. Atkins looks for Harris, diving deep, can't go. Finally passes it cross court. I'll get it out in a minute. And on the left side, they get it to Harris. Harris to Atkins. Atkins rolls left to right. Picked up there by Pierce. Now here's a long three. It's going to be up and good. They have missed a boatload of threes tonight. But that shot by Johnson is going to hurt the Tigers going in here with 33 seconds as they bring it down the floor. Now down 22-14. Here's a driving pass back outside to Barrier. Barrier goes in, tries a bank shot on the left side, misses it, but she will go to the line with 21.4 seconds remaining. And that's going to be on Atkins, I think. First shot by Barrier is good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is her first point tonight.
It's kind of like the half she had Tuesday night.
Absolutely. They have shut her down. It's going to be up to the other remaining Tigers to make up the difference. And Neely hits 2 free throws, both of those, so she's perfect in that category. 16 seconds. Tigers down by 6. Need a steal badly. Working with it's Luna. Luna loses it out of bounds. Touched last by Barrier, I believe. Clock stopped at 9.8 seconds in the half. Don't forget we got boys action coming up after this game tonight. As the Cardinals get it in, 7 seconds. They're trying to get it to Johnson. Johnson goes down in the corner. Is going to put up a shot at the buzzer. off no good, and that will be the halftime score. Adamsville Lady Cardinals 22, the Lady Tigers 16. We'll take a pause here for a word from our sponsors. We'll come back with more here from Caleb Welch after these words. Stay with us here on K93.
Welcome back to Michaela Welch Gymnasium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Bill Sharp, bringing you Hardin County basketball tonight. As it's Adamsville and Hardin County, the Lady Tigers trailing 22-16 here at the half to the Lady Cardinals. We'll bring in Coach Ryan Geyer as his bunch will take the floor in about 30-45 minutes, take on the Cardinals. Go back to last Tuesday night. Good win for you on Tuesday night. Battled a pesky team, well coached, good fundamentals, really a good test as we get ready to look toward next week. But you got another test tonight. Now, I know we had our way with them over there, and we shot the ball really well. But as Bill and I talked about this girls' game, we're not the same team we were the first week of the season, but neither are they, and it's going to be the same thing in this game.
That's right. Yeah, we played them early. I believe the second week of the year, and played really well early in the game, and kind of separated it early, and didn't allow them to come back in the game. But they're a lot better. We watched them over our River City Classic that we held, so we were able to watch them then. Could see their improvement. I think we've gotten better as well, but that's why you got to tip the ball up and play, and it starts 0-0. So we're going to come out focused and ready to go from the jump. And, it's always fun to play Adamsville anyway, so they'll be amped up for that. But just keep working on us and improving for district play starting next week.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, your message to you boys tonight. Of course, this is like we talked about. I mean, this is the last dress rehearsal before we get into district play. And but you definitely don't want to overlook Adamsville because this is a rivalry game. It doesn't matter. You could be 0 and whatever. It doesn't matter. But, what was your message to your guys getting prepared for this game, not to overlook, but also you want to get some momentum going into Tuesday night at Southside?
Yeah, well, coming off the after Christmas. We played down there at Alcorn and just trying to get back in a rhythm post-sickness and Christmas and all that stuff. And we've played well the past 3 games, and just want to continue that and keep working on what we're trying to do and work on different things to help us get ready. But obviously it's more of an emotional type game tonight. So you just got to go out and play and do the things that we can do and keep working on us. I keep saying that, but keep doing what things that we need to do next week, and as we play different teams and teams we've not played yet this year. So, just going out and playing the game of basketball like we're capable of playing, and have some guys still locking down those roles and figuring some little things out, but feeling good about where we are.
What would you compare Adamsville to that we played so far, a team that kind of reminds you them size-wise and how they play offensively and defensively?
They'll be very similar to Central that we played Tuesday night as far as what they'll do defensively. Offensively, they like to space the floor. They don't really play with a true post player, but they'll space the floor and let their guards create and will take open shots. So they're similar to Central, Alcorn Central even that we played at the Peggy Bain, and, Scotts Hill even to an extent. They're similar to some of those we've played, a little different, but some tendencies there. So nothing that we've not seen, and they'll press on a make and make us work. So we're just ready to see kind of how they guard us tonight after playing us the first time.
Well, it'll be following the Lady Tigers and the Lady Cardinals. Right now, the Lady Tigers trail 22-16 at the half, and we'll have the third quarter tip here in just a few. You can catch more of me and Ryan tomorrow on Sports Talk at 9 a.m. on 93.5 FM, and we'll be talking about the Central Heights game and also tonight's game, and then get you set for next week as we get into district play. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have more Lady Tiger basketball action. 22-16 at the half. Lady Cardinals on top. We'll be back right after this.
All right, back here at Makeda Welch Gymnasium, Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell. It's halftime. Lady Tigers trailing 22-16 right now at the hands of the Lady Cardinals. They lost by 3 just a few weeks ago, and now a trail by 6 here at halftime. Looking at the scoring in the first half for the Lady Cardinals, leading scorer was Johnson with 11. She's followed Katie Johnson with 11. Cammie Atkins and Ava Neighbors had 4. Kennedy Cleary had 1, and Mackenzie Luna had 2. For the Lady Tigers, leading scorer right now is a tie between Shaylee Green and Clara Callahan. The 2 tall girls have 4 points apiece. Molly Pierce has a 3. Lily Beth DeBerry has a 3, and Neely Berry had 2 free throws is all she managed to get up because they are covering her like glue. And I expect to see more of that in the second half. Let's see if maybe Coach Kirk can pull a rabbit out of his hat and free her up some. But right now it's going to be a matter of making up this 6-point deficit and keeping them from scoring anymore.
Yeah, well, she needs some help. Number one, we've got to have somebody else step up from outside, start hitting a few threes. And that way they can't do that, and they're kind of really trying to double her up, not let her move. We've had some good looks inside. We just hadn't shot the ball well.
Well,
it comes down to it. I mean, we've had opportunities, but just hadn't shot the ball well in the first half. We're going to shoot the ball well.
It occurs to me that their defensive scheme seems to be a little superior to ours tonight because they put up a lot more shots than we did and missed a boatload of threes and still lead by 6.
Yeah.
So there's going to have to be a change in the flow of the force here in the second half if it's going to be a happy result for the Lady Tigers. The Tigers will have the happy task of tossing it in for the third quarter, and Riley Strickland at this moment is dribbling across the timeline. Goes over on the left side out of Pierce. Pierce giving an open three, takes it, nails it. Now that will help. Molly Pierce gets her 6th point, second 3 on the night, and it will be Cardinals down the floor. They go over on the right side now to Atkins. Atkins picked up there by Barrier, returning the favor, so to speak, as Johnson will take it from Atkins and go from right to left. Now on the baseline, Atkins drives, puts up a jumper, no good. Rebound, Callahan. Callahan to Strickland. Tigers not afraid to run. Strickland, long pass down to Pierce. Stops about 8 feet from the baseline. Got it out on the left side. DeBerry's 3 from the left wing is off. No good. Rebound. Cardinals, and across the timeline comes Atkins. She's met by Strickland at the right wing. Now to Johnson. Johnson gets by a pile of players in the circle, goes in, puts up a one-handed jumper, no good. Callahan with the rebound. Clara working hard underneath. Got it off now to Strickland. Strickland on the left side now to Pierce. Back outside to DeBerry. Here's a pass under to Callahan. She's open. She scores. Nice feed by Strickland. She gets the assist. Callahan gets the deuce and cut the lead to 1. This could make a difference right here. Across the timeline is Johnson. Johnson back outside. And then a kick right back out to her. Giving the open 3. Doesn't take it. Instead goes to Neighbors. Back to Johnson. She tries to back it in the lane and gets it back to Johnson on the right wing. 5:51 left to go in the third. Adamsville up 22-21. Change that. Johnson just knocked down a 3 while I was reading the score off the board, and it's 25-21 now. How rude. Now Strickland will dribble up the floor. Tigers down by 4 now. Here's a pass, and we're going to catch Pierce open. She drives in the lane, drives in the corner on the left side. Is going to go up right under the basket, and she is going to be fouled. That's going to be on Cleary, and that's her second. To the line to shoot 2 is Molly Pierce. First shot's off, no good. Rolls around the back. Came off clean as a whistle. Second shot, good. That's a 3-point game now. Cardinals up by Trey. And across the timeline comes Johnson on the right side to Neighbors. Neighbors goes in the paint. Kicks it over in the corner. A long 3. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Callahan. Callahan to Barrier to Strickland. The Tigers in business on the offensive end. Now, get it to Pierce. Move it around. Zone defense. And now there's a slap away and a steal by the Cardinals. Just got knocked out of the middle of the lane there, and coming out with it is Neighbors. Neighbors down the floor as Johnson goes up for a 3. It's off, no good. Rebound is DeBerry. DeBerry, outlet pass down the floor. A long pass down the floor to Callahan. Callahan picks up another deuce. 25-24, Cardinals up by 1 now. 4:27 left to go in the third. Hardin County versus Adamsville. Been fighting each other in every sport known to man for the last 100 years or so. if not more. And they're at it again tonight. Sort of like the Hatfields and McCoys. Cardinals bring it down. Atkins goes over on the left side. There's a shot off and no good by Cleary. Rebound is picked up by the Cardinals. Now to Johnson. Here's a long three. It's going to be.
He's killing.
Came out, went in, went in, and stayed. So that was Shelby Harris. The Tigers get it down real quickly to Barrier on the right side. She tries a three. It won't go. Rebound, Strickland. Now to Barrier. She gets another three. Now she decides to drive. Goes in the lane. Loses it on the floor. Loose ball. Callahan comes up with it. Now over to DeBerry for three. DeBerry hits the three. And the Tigers are down by one again. Here they come down the floor. The Cardinals on the dribble to the right wing. Johnson gets it underneath. They're going to wave off the basket. It's going to be on Barrier. That's her first. And the Cardinals will take it out underneath their own basket with 3:15 left to go in the third period, leading 28-27. Atkins crosses the lane. Kicked out now. Here's another three-pointer. It's up and good by Harris. Shelby Harris is coming on strong here in the third period. She's got 6 this quarter and 6 for the game. And it's 31-17. Pass down to Pierce. Now over is DeBerry for three. Off the back rim. Fight for the rebound. Johnson comes out with it. She's running. She's followed by Barrier. Barrier knocks it away, but it's picked up. And Cardinals control over on the right side. And Harris takes another one. Guess what? Another three.
Well, she's wide open.
And it's not so much that we're giving it to her, it's that she's hitting it. So, Tigers bring it down, and they get it over now to Pierce on the left wing. Here's a quick pass inside, and going up for the score is Clara Callahan. She's got 6 in this quarter and 10 on the night. And it's now 34-29. Tigers down by 5. Here's a drive, and a hook shot's going to be off, no good. Rebound, and going to the floor will be Strickland. Cardinals get it, go back up, miss the shot, and then coming up and scoring is Cleary on the rebound. And the Tigers get it inside as quickly as you please. They go to Pierce on one side, under to Callahan. Callahan picks up another deuce. It's 36-31. It's wild and hairy. Driving in, Johnson goes in the lane. They're going to wave off the basket. And the foul is going to be called on Barrier, her second. She's going to sit down for a rest. It's 36-31 right now. And the Cardinals will take it out in the forecourt toward midcourt and work it on the right side. They pass it out. Here's Cleary for three off the right. No good. Rebound. DeBerry had it and lost it on the baseline. I think she was looking for the pass a little early. That facial apparatus is probably giving her some trouble. The clear plastic device over her nose. Here's an inbounds pass and a shot up and no good by Atkins. Rebound is Pierce. She'll get it over to Strickland. Strickland drives down, goes in. I thought she was going in for a layup, and then I think she thought she'd get it to Callahan, and then a whistle stopped the action, and she's going to go to the line. And that's the third on Cleary. Kennedy Cleary has her third personal call with 59 seconds remaining. To the line goes Strickland. First shot's off, no good.
What are we from the line right now?
We were 4 of 9 before that one, so we're 4 of 10 now. And if we can get this one, we'll be 5 of 11. She got it. Talked her into it. 36-32, 4 points the difference. Cardinals.
She walked.
Got away with a walk there. Threw it down the floor. Missed the layup. Going up for the layup was Neighbors. She missed it. Rebound Tigers. 45 seconds remaining in the third period. Here's DeBerry for 3. She nailed it. And the Tiger fans love it. Down by 1 now with 32 seconds remaining. This one's going to go down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. Johnson gets it over now to Atkins at the head of the key. Back to Johnson now on the right side. She drives in, throws up a half-hearted push shot about 6 feet out. A whistle and a foul is called. It's going to be on Pierce. And that'll be her second, according to mine. And to the line goes Johnson. First shot's up and good. Of course, she gets another one. That's 15, now 16. Now there's timeout on the floor. Timeout Hardin County, I believe. 16 seconds left to go here. And we're going to take a 30-second timeout. Tigers down by 3. We'll be back after this message. (38-35), and the Tigers will have the basketball with 16 seconds remaining here in the third period. A 3 will tie it. A deuce will cut it to 1. A 3 and a free throw will go ahead. You do the math. So Hannah Miller inbounds to Strickland. Back to Strickland. Over to Miller, back to Strickland. Now a whistle and a foul called. And I'm sure that the Adamsville coach is not going to be happy. Coach Austin not going to be happy with that, but the foul's called on Shelby Harris. 8 seconds now. Stopping the clock now. Strickland across the timeline at 4. Drives in the paint. Scores right at the buzzer. And that, my friends, is how you do it. And the Tigers score at the last second and cut it to 1. It's 38-37. Tigers needing to make up 1. We'll get that in the fourth quarter, I guarantee you. So come back with us here in about 60 seconds. The Adamsville Lady Cardinals will have the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. They lead by 1. Hardin County now has barrier hugging tight on Johnson. The same way they've been hugging on her during the entire game. Here's a pass down in the corner now to the right side's Atkins. Atkins dribbles back, to the circle and then tosses it over to Johnson. Johnson tries to make headway, can't, kicks it off on the left side. Here's a three-pointer off the left by Harris. It's off, no good. Rebound, batted out, and it will be Tiger basketball. So the Cardinals drop a nub on this trip down the floor, and the Tigers will take it down with 7:29 left to go. Trailing by 1, but with hope renewed. Strickland to Callahan, high post. Callahan turns, puts the ball down on the floor, then kicks it over now to Miller. Miller drives in the paint. It's going to go up for the shot. And they're going to call a foul, I believe. And that's going to be on Atkins, I believe. That's her third. Atkins comes out. Not a shooting foul. They're going to give it to Strickland on the baseline. To Barrier. Barrier over now to Miller. Hannah Miller in the lane, backs away in, and it's going to be called for traveling. She turned to back in and just fell backwards.
Yeah, she tripped over her own feet.
There's probably a board sticking up out of the floor there.
Well, you just don't need to give up any possessions if you can help it.
So Johnson into the forecourt, spins, gets it over now, and now a three-pointer. It's going to be well short, and it's going to be out of bounds. It looked like Strickland was going to just let it go out, and one of the Adamsville players hit it. And there was a question as to whether she got it in, but the official ruled it out. Give it to the Tigers. Still down by 1, looking for that elusive lead shot that they've been looking for. Strickland gets it on the right side, drives baseline, puts a 6-foot floater up off, no good, fights for her own rebound, and then it's out of bounds, touched last by her, I think, or
Clara,
another Tiger.
It was Clara.
Clara might have had a hand in there. We'll give it to the Cardinals nonetheless, and with 6:25 remaining in the fourth, Tigers trailing by 1. Johnson goes to Harris on the left side. Harris ate us up in the third period with 3-pointers. Here's a drive by Cleary that is going to end in a collision with Miller. And she will be called for a personal foul. And to the line will go Cleary to shoot 2. First shot's good. Now they're 7 of 9 and about to be 8 of 10, I'm thinking.
Well, that's the difference in the game right now, really. At the free throw line.
She hit it. And it's now a 3-point lead. Strickland gets a feed over to Callahan in the lane. They're going to call her for traveling. Yeah. Strickland dribbled to the right, caught Callahan on a give and go in the lane and tossed it up there, but Callahan couldn't control her momentum when she hit the floor and she walked with the basketball.
Well, they just got up under her and she had really nowhere to land. And
anyway, it's Cardinal basketball with 5:58 left to go in the fourth, and the Tigers got to strap a little D on right here. There's a pass off on the left and a right, rather, and a three-point shot's off, no good. Struggling and getting the long rebound outside was Barrier. Saves it for the Tigers, gets it to Strickland. The Tigers on the action end. Strickland drives, stops on the baseline, picks up the dribble, looking for some help. Gets it now to DeBerry. DeBerry drives and scores. Lilybeth DeBerry takes it in low, picks up a deuce right there, and it's a 1-point game again. Here's a driving layup that's off and no good, I think, by Neighbors. There's a pile-up extraordinaire underneath the basket there. It's going to be Tiger basketball with a chance to go ahead here, but we've had it before in this quarter. So let's see if we can negotiate at least a deuce on this trip and take the lead. 5:11 left to go in the game. Barrier. Now to Miller, dead away, off no good. Rebound picked up and coming out is Johnson. Check that, that's Harris. Harris now to Johnson, who's going down the lane, and they're going to call barrier for a reach-in foul there. Perhaps a bump, but it was an active shooting, and that's going to put Johnson on the line shooting 2. And I don't like this lady being on the line. She's 4 for 4 tonight, now 5 for 5. And we're back to a 2-point lead. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say it's going to be 3. Right? She missed it. Talked her out of it. How you like that, Stevie? Tigers get
First
the
time,
rebound.
I think.
No, it's D-Berry. Gets it down the barrier drive. 6-foot jumper. Got it. Yes. So Barrier finally gets a 2-pointer. And we're tied at 41, ladies and gentlemen. 4:34 left to go. It's going to be fun. Hang in here. They're going to throw it away. The Cardinals throw it in the backcourt. The pass was intended for Cleary. Cleary went the wrong way, and it went out of bounds right into the hands of Coach Brandon Kirk, and he couldn't be happier about it. Give it to the Tigers. 4:25 remaining. We're tied at 41. Got a brand-new ball game here. And D-Berry will inbound it. It's looking
We
to
got to
be
get
in
it
a hurry.
in.
Got a timeout call just in time. They're having trouble. Coach Kirk comes up with his patented timeout signal. And so with 4:25 remaining, tied at 41, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay. This is where the nitty-gritty begins. Some of you younger generations probably don't know what nitty-gritty even means. But the Tigers will have it tied at 41 with 4:24. Callahan gets the inbounds pass to Strickland, who's outside. Right side to D-Berry. D-Berry moves to the left side. Gets it over to Strickland. Strickland in the lane, drives in, banks it home. Tigers take the lead. Nice move by Strickland. She's been doing it all night. Finally got it to fall, and it's 43-41. Tigers up by a deuce. Atkins outside now to Cleary. Cleary backs in the lane, kicks it back outside to Atkins. Atkins tries it again in the paint. Stops. 8-foot jumper. Missed it. Rebound. Strickland. 3:44 remaining. Strickland. Across the timeline on the right-handed dribble. Picked up there by Harris. To Callahan. Back to Strickland. Down the corner. Here's D-Berry for 3 off the back rim. No good. Rebound. Going to be a whistle and a foul call. That's going to be on D-Berry. That's going to be on Berry. That's her 4th.
Who? Neely?
Yeah, I think that's he said. I thought he said 1-1. They're just showing 3 on the board, but anyway, Cardinals have the basketball. We'll check that out and see. We'll know in a minute if she fouls again. So here, the Cardinals working under. Cleary goes under the basket for a second. There's another foul right there. They said that's her 4th. And on the line will go Cleary with 3:09 remaining. 43-41. 43-42 now. As Cleary's first free throw. Finds a home. Second shot is off. Tigers get the rebound. It's a 43-42 Tiger lead. Across the timeline, they get it over to Miller on the left side. Miller crosses the right, drives in, banks it, missed it. Rebound Cleary. Long outlet pass down the floor. With it now is Sims. Now to Johnson. She drives, goes in for the shot. did it intentionally, I think, to draw the foul. She got it, and she's going to go to the line. And that is going to be on, I think that's going to be on Barrier. No. Must have been Callahan. But to the line goes Johnson shooting two. The first one's good. Got the second one as well. So Adamsville calls timeout after they've taken the lead 44-43 at the free throw line. And with 2:40 left, we'll take a pause here for a word from my sponsors. We'll come back in 1 minute. Two minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the game. Lady Tigers take the basketball out in the backcourt as DeBerry inbounds it to Strickland. Strickland dribbles across the timeline. 2-3 zone set up there by the red-clad Cardinals. Going to the left side to DeBerry underneath. They go to Green, who try to pass it back, and it's going to be stolen away by Harris. The Cardinals now leading by one have the basketball with 2:14 remaining. They're up 44-43. 2:11. They get it to Cleary, head of the key. Now back to Atkins. Atkins is going to be tied up there by Strickland, and a jump ball will be called. Good play by Riley. But it will be Cardinal possession. Green checks out. In comes Pierce. And Atkins working now with it.
That's got to be
and
five.
Gets it off. Looking for a 5-second call there, and he didn't get it. As the Cardinals pass it off and move it around to the left side. 1:46 now. Here's a lob on a give and go. Johnson goes under and scores. Nice move by Katie Johnson. She picked up a deuce there, and she has 21 now. 46-43. Tigers go to the left side now to Pierce. 1:23 to Barrier. Barrier playing with 4 now. Strickland. Now to Barrier. To Pierce. To Barrier. Giving a 3. It's going to be blocked.
They're going to say she's fouled.
And it's blocked by Harris, and a whistle and a foul is going to put Neely Barrier on the line to shoot 3.
That wasn't what.
Not exactly what they had in mind, I don't think.
Mind, no.
But Neely, who's got 4 points tonight,
we've been
needs
terrible
these.
at
And,
the line.
well, she missed the first free throw. She's got 2 more. 1:11 on the clock. Second shot's good. Here we go. Got 2 out of 3 there.
I was fixing to say, you think they're going to press them. They do.
And full court pressure applied by the Tigers. Cardinals get it across. They beat the press. They get it over, and they're on the left side now to Atkins. And driven around to the head of the key. They get it over to Harris. Harris is outside, 49 seconds.
Going
to be attempted foul. Finally, they'll stop the action at 47.5 seconds as timeout was called. Timeout, I guess, Adamsville.
Yeah.
47 and a half seconds remaining. Tigers down by 1. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, so the Tigers call timeout. Well, now, check that. Cardinals call timeout. And Coach Brandon Kirk having some discussion with the official on side court. I don't know what it's about. But Miller was standing there ready to go in, and now they're saying she can or something or other. Procedural. I don't know what that could be, but now the backside official's coming over. Now we're getting a huddle of 3. There's only one thing worse than one official, and that's 3.
Well, I mean, they were coming out of the break. I mean, out of the timeout. I don't know what the deal was with Hannah over here.
Okay,
Sure.
Now the Cardinals are going to take it outside court as where they were when they called timeout with 47 seconds remaining. Inbound, they go to Johnson. Quick pass off to Harris, back to Johnson. It's going to be the Harris-Johnson show, I'm thinking. Johnson gets it over now. And with it is Atkins. Atkins is going to be fouled by Strickland with 26 seconds remaining. And what the Tigers are banking on here is, in the absence of the 1-and-1, they're hoping she misses both of them, or at least one of them, with 26 seconds remaining. Kimmy Atkins, first shot's off the back rim, no good.
I think that's what they were kind of wanting to do now. They're wanting to play a little offense, defense with
Pierce comes
and,
out, Miller comes in. Second shot's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Miller. Tigers have it. A chance to win here with 22 seconds remaining. Pass over to Miller on the left side and a quick timeout called by Hannah. And there's timeout on the floor. The Tigers down by 1. Now with the ball, 19.9 seconds remaining. Back in 1 minute. All right, the Tigers will have it out. Here's the situation. They've got 19.9 seconds remaining. They're down by 1. Neely Barrier will inbound the basketball. Cardinals ran a man-to-man to get it into Strickland. They go to Miller on the right side. Miller drives baseline, gets it back to Strickland. Strickland goes underneath. It's going to be open. Scores! With 12 seconds left, she scores, and she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Sims. But more importantly, the Tigers take the lead by 1 with 12 seconds remaining, and Riley Strickland.
That's good heads-up play by Riley because I'm not sure that's how they drew it up, but she saw an opening and went for it.
Went down that baseline, found an opening, got the free throw as well. And now there's an immediate timeout or what?
Well,
no, they're going to do a
substitution.
substitution. Substitution in.
Play a little
And
defense.
with 12 seconds remaining, the Cardinals can win it with a 3 and tie it with a 2. There's a double dribble, I thought. But with it now is Harris. Now there's a timeout call. Timeout called by Adamsville with 5 seconds remaining. And this one's going to go down where we thought it would, to the wire. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Okay, Coach Chad Austin working with his team, and Coach Brandon Kirk working with his. And with 5 seconds remaining, it's going to come down to one shot here. As Johnson will inbound it, I'm thinking they're probably going to pass it off to her and then pass it right back. Here's the 3 block. It's got down. The rebound's picked up by Strickland with 1.2 seconds remaining. The shot was blocked. Was that Pierce on the block?
I think it.
Or was it DeBerry?
I think it was Neely, actually, but I'm not sure. I can't go back to the replay.
Well, I was looking for the pass to get through to the other side, and then she took the shot.
Well, she took it really quick and really away from the three-point line.
And that's going to give the ball to Strickland at the free throw line to shoot 2 here with 1.2 seconds remaining. And nobody expected that.
Yep.
Strickland at the line. Shooting 2. First shot. Got it. Tiger fans eating it up. Tigers up 49-46.
Still need to make this one.
Missed the second shot. And the buzzer goes off. This shot at the buzzer, it's off barely. It was close. But the game comes to a close, and the Lady Tigers are going to win it 49-46.
That's a good comeback, and we hit some key shots down toward the end, and then the play by Riley. What a heads-up play on her part. I'm not sure that's what we had set up, but, man, she found an opening, and they turned her back to her, and then she took it to the goal and got the foul, too.
Yeah, that block, I didn't see which Tiger player
I want to think it was Neely,
but Neely or Strickland, because Strickland was in the area. I don't know.
Well, Strickland came down with it, so
yeah. Anyway, yeah, good game. Lady Tigers win it 49-46 forevermore. The final score, as we've got a home and home with them this year, and we look forward to playing it again next year. But that does it for the first game. That doesn't mean we're done for the night. We got a lot more coming your way here from Caleb Welch Gymnasium. Bill Sharp with Steve Carnell. We're going to be back after these words from our sponsors. Don't go away now. All right, things are settling down a little bit here in Michaela Welch as Lady Tigers pull off a beautiful 49-46 victory over the Adamsville Lady Cardinals. Hats off to the Lady Cardinals. They played a great game, put us on our heels almost all night long, and it's only in the fourth quarter, third and fourth quarters, that we began to emerge as the victorious team. We outscored them 21-16 in the third, and then 12-8 in the fourth, and that was enough to pull off the 3-point victory that we achieved. And that's the same margin of victory when we played at their place, 3 points apiece. So it'd be interesting to see a rubber match on that one.
Yeah, you know, night in, night out, sometimes you don't have your best stuff, and we didn't have our best stuff offensively tonight, but we had enough at the end to get the win. And, you know, it's one of those games where you can get very frustrated, and, you know, our defense is really a strong suit for us, and it came through toward the end. And I think Adamsville kind of got in a little bit of a panic there the last under a minute or so, and took a couple of shots, probably ill-advised shots, at their coach. Got a lot of experience.
Well, we did solve a mystery, and that we got a call in that it was Lily Beth DeBerry who blocked that shot with 5 seconds, right after the 5-second pass in was made. And hats off to her. There was so much going on with so many people crowded up. I couldn't see the numbers. And I knew that Neely was in there, and I knew that Riley was in there. I just didn't see Lily Beth. So congratulations to her, and of course Riley Strickland hitting that baseline, that jumper, and getting the free throw at the end. Without those, this would not have turned out like it did.
Well, those two had a really good game. They really played well together, and Lily Beth started it off with a 3, and she had a couple of those. Had a couple of floor baskets as well inside, and then Riley got to where she was taking it to the basket. And, you know, just like we said on that last play where she scored and we took the lead and went up by 1, probably not exactly how they drew it up, but it was a good heads-up play. And she just played basketball right there. She didn't worry about once it fell apart, what I do now. She was aggressive and went to the basket and got the win for us.
Oh, it's a team effort, and Neely Barrier only had 6 points on the night, but she stayed covered up. I mean, it was like jam around her. She was hard. It was hard for her to breathe, I'm guessing, because they covered her up all night long. And I don't think she took more than a handful of shots all night, and the rest of the team made up the difference. You'd be surprised, but Clara Callahan was a high point player with 12 points. With her work down low and rebound shots. Lily Beth DeBerry had 11. Also, Riley Strickland finished with 9. Neely Barrier had 6, as I said. Molly Pierce had 7. Shady Green had 4. And I think that's all for the Cardinals. The leading scorer is no surprise. And that's Katie Johnson with 21. She was followed by Shelby Harris with 3 successive threes in the third quarter. And Kennedy Cleary had 6. Ava Neighbors had 4. And Mackenzie Luna had 2. So that wraps it up for the Lady Tigers. And they get ready to pack their bags and head to Southside next week. And we'll get to go to war in Jackson style. So stay with us here on K93. We'll be back in 1 minute for the introduction of starting lineups. Maddox Smith and Reed Harmon. And let's see, number 10, Briley Ritter. Number 12, Kane Mowdy. And finally,
32.
32, and I don't have a 32 on here, so they have obviously changed the number since last time.
Trying to confuse us.
Yep, it's a tactic. They use those types of tactics. So the Tigers will introduce Taylor Couch first. Lights are down, spots up. Jackson Burdine, sophomore, first off the bench to start for the Tigers tonight. And then J.T. Smith, a senior. And then senior Tanner Davis. And then senior Carson Phillips. Ben Benson, the senior, the final starter for the Tigers. As we said, the head coach Ryan Geyer, assistants Todd McGee, Nick Ritter. It's the 10-6 Tigers trying to go for 11 tonight. They defeated the Cardinals 76-32 back in November. And if they can only do near as well, that'll be enough for a victory tonight. But Davis is going to jump against against Smith. The Tigers get the control of the tap and they move it into the offensive end. Burdine to J.T. Smith in the circle. Benson comes around out of Davis. He stops the free throw line, kicks it off to J.T. for three. Got it. That's a good way to start. Tigers up 3-zip early. Reed Harmon on the right side now. That's Smith with it now. On the right side, still on the dribble. Briley Ritter to the left side to Maddox Smith. Ritter has it. Takes a 16-foot jumper. It's off no good. Rebound, Burdine. Burdine going in for the fast break. Drives, banks it, misses it. Rebound, Smith underneath to Phillips. Phillips takes it to the glass and scores. Phillips was cruising down the lane, took the pass and banked her off the glass and is going to end up with two tonight, with the first, his first two, that is. 5-0. Here's a three-pointer off the left side, and Briley Ritter knocks down a three extraordinaire there as a jump shot. Not a set shot. He was moving. 5-3 now. Tigers up by two. Here's Benson in the corner for three. Shots off, no good. Rebound taken down by Maddox Gant, I think is who that is. We'll have to use that name anyway. Here's a steal by Benson as they were a little lackadaisical around the circle, and Benson takes it, goes in for the snowbird layup, lays it up and in. The Tigers go up by four now, and Benson steal and a bucket with 6:04 in the first. Pass down low with it now is Harmon. Back outside to Mowdy. Here's a long three. It's short. Rebound taken down by Benson. Outlet pass to JT. Tigers down the floor. Behind the back dribble there by JT. Goes to Davis. Davis drives in. Missed the layup. Rebounds taken down by Cameron or Carson. He hit the basket. Got the follow and was fouled. Foul's going to be on Harmon. And Smith goes for the free throw, misses it, but he got two out of that. Tigers get the rebound. Here's a long three, banked by Tanner, just straight away, hit the square, and banked home, and it's 12-3. Tigers jump up quick by 9. 5:31 left to go first. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right. Cardinals take it out in the backcourt. 5:30 left to go here in the first. They're down 12-3. On the left side, they go to Smith. Smith goes in the lane, tries to dipsy doodle one up underneath right over Carson Phillips, and there's a whistle and a foul call. And it's going to be on Ben Benson, his first, team's first. And to the line is Maddox Smith. First free throw is off, no good. A couple of substitutions by the Cardinals, and second shot's off, no good. Rebound, Davis. Outlet pass to Benson. Back to Davis at center court. Davis goes in the circle, gets it back out to JT. JT stops, 15-foot jumper, yes. JT Smith, 5 points early tonight. It's 14-3. Tigers leading by double figures. There's a whistle and a traveling call, or
yeah, I think it was a traveling call.
I didn't think he'd been down there long enough for it to be 3 seconds. But they're going to give it to Burdine, and Burdine will dribble it up the floor. He says, I don't mind. And he goes to Benson on the left side. Cardinals in a 2-3 zone. Dressed in red as usual, black trim. Here's a three-pointer by Benson. It's off, no good. Rebound, taken down by Gray, J.C. Gray. Pass down underneath, and going in for the basket is Smith, and he scores. Took it down about 2 feet away from the right side, and it's 14-5 now. Now to Benson in the corner for three. Can't get it to go. Came off the back side of the rim. He was down in the deep corner, left side. Cardinals with the rebound. They're down the floor. Here's a three. It's going to hit anything. It's going to go out of bounds. The student section is going to make a hay out of that one. And it will be Hardin County basketball with 4:08 left to go in the first period, leading 14-5. Jackson Burdine, sophomore, on the left side now to Davis. Had a pass underneath and shot it. Is Burdine as he goes and banks it home, and he's going to be fouled in the act. And Burdine gets the two and goes for the free throw. Missed it. Rebound, Cardinals. Down the floor they go. They stop on the baseline, kick it over now to Bowles. Bowles outside now to Gray. And with 3:40 left, driving in and putting up about a 6-foot jump shot is Smith, and he scored. He's got 4. Tigers lead 16-7 now. 3:23 left to go in the first. Here's a pass down in the corner. JT for three. It's off, no good. Into the game for the Tigers is Lamarion White. Reed Harmon takes a outlet pass down the floor into the paint. Backs out, puts up a three, no good. Rebound picked up by Gray. Now a three-pointer's up and good. And that's going to be Isaac Bowles gets a three. And that cuts the lead to 6. Tigers come back down the floor. They get it to Davis on the right side. Now underneath the White. White penetrates, finds glass, and scores. Here come the Cardinals down with Gray stopping on the right side. Passing in, they're going to throw it right through the hands of Skylar Folden, who's in for the Cardinals. And it will be out of bounds. Give it to the Tigers in the backcourt with 2:55, or 2:25 that is, left to go here in the first period. Tigers up 18-10. JT goes to Burdine, in to White in the paint. Takes it back to JT for three. Yes. JT's lighting it up here in this second game tonight. He's got 8. The Tiger lead is 11 once more. Traveling in the paint. is a Cardinal who gets it out there to Avery Burks. Now to J.C. Gray. To Bowles. Driving around is Gray. Gray guarded by White. And a turnaround jumper from 5 feet. Nice looking shot by Gray there. He picks up his first 2 tonight and cuts the lead now to 9. JT almost took another 3, resisted, got it in the corner. And they said, Tanner, let's let you do it. Tanner takes one from almost in the student section and knocked it down from a deep corner on the left side. Cardinals come down the floor. They are working with it, lose it in the paint, and it will be Tiger basketball as they tried to get the fast break going and couldn't get it to work for them. And the Tigers will take it out with Burdine dribbling on the right side. Here's Davis in the corner for that same 3. Missed it. White with the rebound. A little delayed follow is won't go, but he's going to be fouled at that point, and that's going to be on Burks. That is the second quarter foul. White goes to the line to shoot 2. First shot is good as gold. Into the game comes Jaden Davis, just to make it hard on me to keep up with the Davises. Second shot's off, no good. Also, Jacob Saunders in the game. The rebound, however, was taken down by the Cardinals, and with 57 seconds left in the quarter, the Tigers lead 25-12. Here's a shot inside the paint as they work it into Folden. Skylar Folden picks up his first 2 points tonight. A little 12-foot affair with 44 seconds remaining. It's 25-14. They go to Jaden Davis on the right side. Back to JT. And they've got Corbin in there now, so I can keep up with 2 Smiths. Now, backing up to the circle is JT. Dribbling between his legs. Clock down to 16 now. Deciding just to wait and take one more shot. They go to Jaden. Left side now to Saunders. Down in the corner to JT. Back to Saunders, 6 seconds. Going to need to make a move here to JT. Stops, guns a 3-pointer at the buzzer. It's off, no good. And that is the end of the first period. Hardin County takes a 25-14 lead. And we got 3 more, so that's what's in store back in 60. and knocks down a nifty little three there from the left corner, and it's 28-14. Pass in the paint, and with it is Mouty. Here's a long three. It's up and good. And he's got the return trip to the defensive end down. That's Briley Ritter. Hit a long three there on the right side. And the Tigers go back on offense to get it into Saunders. Saunders' little jumper from about 12 is off. No good. Rebound Cardinals. 28-17 now. 6:14 left to go here in the second. Reed Harmon goes against Wyke on the post right side. Stripped away by Burdine. Loose ball. Fought for it. Cardinals get it back. I thought Mouty was traveling, and they finally did call it. So the Tigers get it on the floor mistake. JT checks in. Out comes Saunders. Jacob, a junior. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Tigers up 28-17. Wyke handling the point job. Gets it to Burdine on the left side. To Davis. Now to Burdine. Eyes a three. Down to Phillips on the baseline. Out to JT on the right side. To Burdine. Giving a three. He takes it. He missed it. Rebound, Phillips. A whistle and a foul call on Carson, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think they said he kind of held him on the shoulder. He just needed a little leverage.
5:34 now left in the half. 28-17. Tigers in charge thus far. Across the timeline, they get it, and I think that's Freeman. Now here's a three off the right side. That's off, no good. Follow is going to be up and good by the Cardinals. And that is Mouty who will get two there. Tigers come back now, leading by 9. Go down to Wyke. Right side, JT for 3. Rimmed it out. Carson's got the rebound, sticks it up and in. Phillips picks up his 6th point. Just by cleaning up the boards. The Cardinals come down. They throw it down on the baseline, and a sort of a reverse layup is up and good by Skylar Folden. He has 2. That's 4 for him tonight. And Tigers work the perimeter. They get it to Davis. Tanner, that is, at the free throw line. Back now to Wyke. Right side of JT to Tanner. Tanner kicks it to Burdine. Open 3. Takes it. Missed it. Rebound Harmon. Outlet pass. Freeman drives in. Puts the shot up and missed it. Rebound Phillips. Out to JT. JT on a dead run across the timeline. Kicks it out now to Wyke in the corner. He'll drive, go underneath. Try to get some position under there. Get a shot off. But the whistle will stop the action. He's going to be fouled. Going to be on Harmon. The foul, that is. And Wyke is going to go to the line to shoot 2. First shot's off the back rim. 30-21. 3:56 left to go here in the half. Second shot. Off. Missed it. Tip. Good by Phillips. Carson Phillips gets the tip. And it's 32-21, up by double figures again. Cardinals hanging around. They're not going away. They pass down and get it on the baseline. Folden backs into Davis and then kicks it back outside. Now to Bowles. Bowles for 3. No good. JT with the rebound. Comes off and running. Into the forecourt, into the circle. Back outside now to Phillips. Now to Tanner for 3. Off the back rim. Rebound Burdine. Burdine had an opening. If he'd just gone into the lane, he'd been all by himself, but he just didn't see it. And the Tigers will have it interrupted there. Getting involved in it was Freeman, and it got knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Burdine. Give it to the Cardinals. 3:10 left to go in the half. Tigers up 32-21. Carter's with the basketball, trying to do something about that there. Harmon on the right side. That's a double dribble. I can't believe it. The official saw it. He was behind him. He was heading toward me, and I didn't think he saw it. But the Cardinal came this way and put two hands on the ball twice, and, well, you just can't do that. 32-21, Tigers with it. Burdine gets it to Davis, left side, back to Burdine, 2:45 now. Burdine stops. JT's all alone on the side, tries the three, can't get it. Rebound, taken down by Saunders. Long three by Tanner, it's off, no good. JT struggles for the rebound. It's batted out of bounds, touched last by Mowdy, I'm thinking. 2 minutes, 32 seconds remaining now, 32-21. Here's the inbounds pass to Tanner Davis, and Davis gets an easy layup underneath, all due to the inbounds pass, and there was a gap in the Tiger defense. 2:26 left here, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds. So the Cardinals will have the basketball to begin with 2:23 as they come in following the timeout. There you go. Now Gray's trapped at midcourt, and he's going to get.
They're going to call another timeout.
And another timeout called by Adamsville with 2:18 remaining. 34-21. Tigers up. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Harmon will inbound it for the Cardinals. Gray will take it to the head of the key, kick it out on the right side. Here's a running, jumping affair that's up and good by Bradley Ritter. He has a deuce there. And with 2:03 left to go in the half, it's 34-23. Tigers get it to Davis down underneath Saunders. Back outside now to JT. He'll go to Phillips down on the low post. To Burdine for three. Yes. Burdine knocks down a juicy three right from the head of the key. And that's Poem. 37-23. The Cardinals across. 1:36 left to go in a half. Here's a three-pointer from the corner off no good. And Tanner went sky dome to bring down the rebound, but he landed on the line when he came down. It will be Cardinal basketball with 1:31 remaining. And the Cardinals take it out. They're going to get it to Harmon. Harmon has it on the left side. Throws it over on the right. Picked up by Robertson there. Here's a long three. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Benson. Out and pass to Burdine with 1:13. Now to Phillips. To Tanner. In the corner to JT dribbles in the corner, gets it back to Benson, left side. 1 minute now. Burdine eyeing a 2-3 zone. A sea of red in there in the lane. Here's a long three by Burdine, off, no good. Rebound taken down by Harmon. 48 seconds. Now Harmon drives in the paint, takes it off the glass and scores. Nifty move there by Reed Harmon. Tigers lead by 12 with 33 seconds left to go in the half, and Burdine is taking his time watching that clock run, and no one from the Cardinal organization wants to come out and force him to speed up. 17 seconds. He'll probably wait till about, 8 or 9, and then at 10 seconds he moves in, goes on the right side of JT. Now to Tanner Davis, drives in the lane, 2 wide steps, puts up the shot, missed it, 1 second left, the shot pushed back up and good. Did they count it? I'm thinking that they did. Phillips got the rebound and stuck it back up and in, and it's great. Yeah, it is. 39 to 25 is the score at halftime, as the Tigers in control here and doing what they do best. So we'll take a pause here for a word from our sponsors. We'll come back and we'll talk to the Tigers head coach. Stay with us.
All right, welcome back to Michaela Welch Gymnasium. It's Tiger basketball right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app, also streaming live on our YouTube channel, Slice 93. You can watch it live there. Tigers on top and in command here in the first half, 39-25. Let's bring in Coach Brandon Kirk, Lady Tigers. Coach, going back to Tuesday, good win over, like I told Coach Geyer, a really pesty type basketball team, but a team that's much improved, Central Alabama, but we are too.
That's true. They're greatly improved, and we're greatly improved. So I mean, good for both programs. Says a lot about the work ethics of all the girls in both programs as far as that goes.
I was wondering when they was going to turn the lights off. Now they did. Yeah, they got all that light action going on. The dance team out there, and they finally turned them off. Makes it look good in here now. But tonight got a big win over rival number 1. Got some revenge from the last game. I wasn't at the last game, but I listened to Bill while I was out of town, and it just seemed like couldn't really get anything going over there. Didn't shoot the ball very well. Kind of kept it close, but kept them too close at their own place. They hit a big 3, and
that's exactly what happened.
And then we missed a shot, and they ended up winning. Tonight, kind of the same ball game. We really didn't shoot the ball well in the first half. Kind of went cold from the free throw line as well. They hit some threes, and but we just hung around.
Yep, and that was the thing I told them. I was like, even at halftime and timeouts in the first half and everything, I was like, you're getting every open shot you want wherever you want it. They're gonna start falling, and you're gonna be okay. They're having to work for their shots, and we're getting whatever we want whenever we want. Just I basically told them I have to keep doing what you're doing. There was nothing bad to say other than be mindful to not get ran out on a couple times. I think they just out-efforted us a couple times in the first half. But, you know, that's probably the happiest I've ever been at half when we've been losing. And that's what I told them, and they kept composure. Our staff kept composure, and we knew we'd be okay.
Well, we knew in the first half, of course, Neely, I don't know that she struggled that much other than they really face-guarded her. They didn't want her to beat them from outside, but when that happens, you either got to figure out a way to get her open,
We were ready
or somebody else has got to pick up the pace.
And that's what I thought. The first half, we did it in the first half and the second half, is we'd send we'd have Neely go be in the one, set a cross screen for our post player because they're not going to help off Neely. So we ended up getting layup after layup attempt. And the first quarter we missed several of them, and then later in the game we made several of them. So that was nice to see for something we just put in this morning on how they executed that. And, you know, effort and execution is what we preach every day. And I think that really we preached winning the third quarter because Adamsville averages like 20 points in the third quarter across the season. And I don't know what they got which they got a lot this third too, but we hung with them in the third. And, you know, that was big and kept us in it till the end. And it was really good basketball by both teams. Yeah, I thought we played good basketball. I thought they played good basketball. And, you know, that's the type of game you want to see, honestly. It makes for a heart attack, but it's fun.
Well, I know, and I won't second-guess anything that you did on that last play, but I was telling Bill, I don't know that that's exactly what you drew up in the huddle, but it was really impressive to see Riley.
Yes,
she didn't have a play, but she
play.
noticed that they turned her back to her, and then she just took it to the basket and took it upon herself. And you know, a lot of times when you got a kid like that will be aggressive, when they see something break down, they just make a basketball
and
play.
That's what I've been harping on her, and I know she's tired of me saying it. And if she's listening right now, I'm sure she's shaking her head. I've said, you got to be aggressive. You can't just be a passing machine. I was like, she loves the oohs and ahs on the assists. I was like, go get you some buckets. And that you talk about another thing we just drawn up today, and I told it was drawn up for Hannah Miller to shoot a three on the wing.
Yeah.
And she called it, and I guess she didn't feel comfortable shooting it and slung it, and Riley made a heck of a play. And, you know, it's always good when you harp on a kid to be aggressive and they go win a game for you because they were aggressive.
Well, congratulations on the win. We'll talk more tomorrow morning on Sports Talk about tonight's game, and then also take a look ahead for what's ahead for the Lady Tigers next Tuesday night, next Friday night as we get into district play.
Yes,
39-25 the score. Tigers on top of the Cardinals. We're headed to the third quarter. We'll have the third quarter tip when we return. Right after this, you're listening to Hardin County Basketball 93.5 FM.
Welcome back to Hardin County High School basketball. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell. We're here at the Steve Smith Press Box high atop the Caleb Welch Gymnasium in downtown Savannah, Tennessee, with the Tigers right now leading 39-25. Lady Tigers win by 3 earlier tonight. And we're starting the third period. The Tigers will have the basketball. Burdine will take it on the left wing now to J.T. Smith on the right side. Here's a pass into Davis. Davis turnaround jumper is a little too hard. Gets his own rebound. Aided there by Phillips, who knocked it out. And he goes up for a follow and a whistle. And a foul is called. I don't know if this will put him on the line or not. Yes, indeed it will. That's Reed Harmon's third foul. And to the line goes Davis to shoot 2. The first shot is up, and it's good. Tanner Davis now with 9 points. Make that a smooth 10. Cardinals get it down the floor. Driving under was Ritter, and he bounced past and a shot underneath, and a shot by another Cardinal. Missed it. Rebound taken down by the Tigers, and they're back down the floor. Before you know it, Burdine into the paint, gets it out to Tanner Davis for 3, and that's a honey of a shot right there. Tanner Davis picks up point number 13 with that three-pointer, and he was 6 feet outside the circle. Timeout Cardinals, 7:21 left to go in the third, 44-25. Tigers drawing away. We'll be back in 1 minute. So, Coach Martin for Adamsville wanted to stop the bleeding. So Tigers whipped off 5 unanswered points here in the third. Made a couple of adjustments, I'm sure. Reed Harmon now dribbling, working against Lamarion White. Tigers up by 19. Here's a three-pointer off the right side. It's no good by Ritter. Rebound J.T. Smith in the corner. J.T. goes in the circle. Stops, fades to the left, puts up an 8-foot jumper. No good, but the follow is up and good by Carson Phillips. He gets what he does best, is a stick back 2 there. He's got 12 of those tonight. And in the paint goes Smith. He's bottled up under there, dishes it off. Here's a little fadeaway that's off, no good. Rebound. Burdine picks up the loose ball, came off of Phillips' shoulders. And the Tigers back in business on the offensive end. White to Phillips, now to Davis for a long 3. Phillips saves it in, but not in time. His foot was on the line. 6:17 left to go here in the third period. 46-25, Tigers in control right now. Nice crowd that was here tonight. Many of them have started to head to the exits. I wouldn't discount this Cardinal basketball game, this basketball team that much.
They're trying to get to the car, Bill, to listen to you.
I guess so. They're not like me. They get somebody to come get them, bring them home. Yeah, the Cardinals will have a backcourt violation as they try to pass it out. It goes into the backcourt. Tigers will take it out on the east side of the gym. Now they go to Burdine. And White at the head of the key. Burdine had an open 3, decided to wait. Passes it off to Davis. Davis sort of rejects it out to Phillips. Now to Burdine. He was under pressure there by Avery Burks. Here's a long cross-court pass to Burdine. Open for the 3. Missed it. White keeps it alive. Finally, Cardinal is going to pick it up. I think that's Mouty. Now to Harmon. No, it's Burks, not Mouty. Harmon goes over now to Freeman. Head of the key now to Bowles. Pass down low. Turnaround jumper is no good by Burks. Rebound Phillips. Outlet to Davis. Davis down in the corner to Burdine. Burdine head fakes. No look pass out to Davis on the right side. Now to JT on the left. Now to Davis on the right. There's above the head long passes make me nervous, but JT drives in the paint, puts up the shot. Kept it alive after he missed it, but just not tall enough to be very effective underneath, and the Cardinals will retrieve it and bring it down. Driving down and going up for the layup is Harmon. Missed it, but his teammate came in right behind. I thought Burdine had it for a moment, but Maddox Smith kept it alive. And they score. So 46-27 now. JT, baseline out to White. White eyes the three, drives in, puts up an 8-foot floating shot that's off, no good, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called. The shot was good, but they're going to wave it off. And give it to the Tigers out of bounds because it was before the shot. Halfway done the third period, 46-27. Lady Tigers win 49-46 tonight. Burdine has it on the right side after the inbounds pass. Goes to JT, head of the key. Left side now to Benson. Now to Davis. Back all the way across court to Burdine. Stops a little jumper. He was all the way behind the basket. All the way behind the goal. He managed to squeak it through there. So Burdine picks up his 10th point tonight with a jumper on the baseline. Cardinals come down the floor, put up a shot. Off no good. Rebound. I think it's Mouty. Now a running jumper. It's off no good by Gray. Rebound. A loose ball. It didn't hit anything. Burdine comes up with it. Comes down. JT on the left side for three. Rattles on the three. So JT's been kind of quiet on those threes here since the first half. But he just nailed one then. He's got 11. And it's 51-27. Ritter dribbling in the paint. Goes in, goes to the basket, and lays it up and in. We just kind of let him go. Nobody wanted to stop him, and he took advantage of it. He scores, and that's his 10th point. In they go down to Saunders in the paint. Out to JT on the right side. Back to Burdine in the paint. Here's Benson for three. Won't go. Rebound Davis. Davis giving a three from the corner. Side rim came off. Cardinals rebound. Down they go to Ritter. Pass underneath and over Benson's outstretched fingers. If I can catch his number. I'm going to say that's Smith. And the Tigers will move it around the side. Benson takes a three. And I thought it was going to be off. It hit the back rim, went straight up about 3 feet, and it fell right straight back through. So Ben Benson now has 5 points after that tray. And the Cardinals are coming down with the basketball. 1:49 left to go. Third period, 54-31. Tigers up. Reed Harmon tries to pass underneath to Benson, get underneath to Burks, who was being guarded by Benson. Burks lost the ball but will be fouled in the process. They're going to call it on Jaden Davis, who is in for the Tigers right now.
Actually, I think that was on Benson.
Okay, so that was on. Now they're putting Jaden in.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I saw him say 22, but he meant 12. But that Benson's 4. Oh well. To the line and shooting 2 is Burks, and he's going to hit 1 out of 2. And the Tigers will take it out with 1:37 left to go in the third. Burdine slowly across the timeline. Out to Jaden Davis. Back to Burdine. Burdine gets it over to Davis again. Now down low. As Corbin Smith in the game for the Tigers. Has it from the low post for a minute. Now to Burdine. Burdine takes a screen from Smith. He penetrates, finds Corbin going in, and lays it up and in. So Corbin Smith gets two.
That's a nice move there by Cord, the catch and the shot.
Absolutely. Now, 56-32, 52 seconds remaining. Cardinals dribbling outside. Asa Baker in the game for the Cardinals. Dribbles across the lane, tosses it out. Now with it is Ritter. Here's a long three. Man, that's a nice shot. I don't know what classification he is, but that was a nice shot. He looks like a young, like maybe a sophomore. But I'll probably be corrected and he'll be a senior. But 21 seconds. Tigers up by 21. 15 seconds. Jaden Davis outside with it. Benson down in the corner to Burdine. Burdine for three. Too hard. Rebound. Saunders is going up, and Smith gets the rebound. Turnaround jumper is off, no good. Rebound Cardinals at the buzzer. A shot. It's actually hit the rim. Probably would have been too late anyway. But the third quarter comes to a close. 56-35 the score. Tigers on top. Back in 1 minute. All right, Cardinals have it to start the fourth, and they take it in to the paint there. Ritter had it momentarily, and the Tiger defense forced them back out of there. Now they're working outside. Here's a long three off the right's no good. Rebound saved by Robertson. Now to Gray, and they go down in the corner to Baker. Substitutes on the floor for Cardinals. The Tigers have practically everyone that started, with the exception of Benson. And Lamarion White is in his place. So here's a three that is off and no good by Smith. Rebound taken down by the Tigers. They get it to JT. JT over to Lamarion. He drives in, goes up for a layup. Shot won't go, but he is going to the line. Fouls on John Robertson, his first. And to the line, as I said, is Lamarion White, and he's shooting two. First shot's good. Clock stopped at 7:11. Reminds me, I'm hungry.
I think it run that bad boy.
Go get a Slurpee or something. Second shot by White is good. Hit them both. He's got 5 tonight. Tigers enjoying a 23-point lead. 7 minutes left to go in the game. Here's a long three. It's off no good. And Tanner Davis cleans the board. Because Harmon took the three off the left side, and Phillips gets the Tigers get it down now to Davis. Back outside now to JT. to Tanner on the left side. Back to Burdine, giving the open three. Takes it, missed it. Rebound, Cardinals. Long outlet pass. They get it underneath and going in for his 15th point is Briley Ritter. There's excellent pass for the layup. Get it into Phillips, out to Davis, now to White. Here's JT for three from the corner, missed it. Rebound, Cardinals, they're running. Driving in, putting up the shot there is Harmon, and he's going to be fouled. And didn't see who the foul was on.
It was on Burdine.
Burdine, his first, too. I heard him say first, but that's all I could tell. On the line and shooting two is Reed Harmon. Yeah, first shot's good. Second shot rattled home, too. 58-39 now. I expect to see rampant substitution from both teams here the rest of the way out. It's not over yet, but this Burdine bounces or chest pass down into Tanner Davis. He missed the layup under pressure there. Rebound Cardinals. They're back on the other end. We got a charge as Briley Ritter ran over Burdine and picked up a personal foul. Right now, fouls is a waste of time. Burdine dribbles across the timeline following the exchange. 58-39, 5:25 left. Now to JT Smith. So Tanner Davis on the left, backside to the right side, now to Burdine. Burdine back to JT. Gets a screen from Phillips, penetrates, dishes it back to Burdine. Burdine goes in the lane, loses it. It's going to be picked up by the Cardinals, and they're running. Freeman gets it over to Baker. Now to Ritter. Ritter drives in the paint, puts up a bank shot, missed it. Rebound Davis. Outlet to JT. JT's in the forecourt, stops on the right wing, kicks it to the left wing to Burdine. Burdine in the paint, drives it in, missed the layup. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Cardinals, and they're on the attack. Freeman drives in, puts it up, overshot it, rebound Davis. Davis going coast to coast, will take it in, lay it up, and score. Till Tanner Davis gets his 15th point tonight. Down the floor they come, and in the paint goes Ritter. He will put up a little 3-foot fadeaway, and he hit it despite the Tiger defense in front of him. 4 minutes left to go, halfway done with the fourth period. Here's Tanner Davis for three. Boom. Man, he just took a deliberate dribble, and knocked her home. And looked at the Cardinals and said, take that. Here's another three on the other end. And Asa Baker, a substitute, just knocked down an NBA three. Back in your face, Mr. Davis. 63-44. Tanner has it now. Free throw line. Kicked it out to Burdine. Burdine fading away, and Benson will go for the loose ball. There is a timeout that they're saying it's Tiger basketball. I'm not sure if they call it a hell ball or what. The Tigers have gone down the other end. Both teams have gone to the wrong end, and they're playing that the other direction. And finally, they get the players straightened out so they know which end to go to. 3:26 left. It's just getting kind of laughable at this point. 63-44. Burdine. Wholesale substitution in store for the Tigers coming up here. There's a steal. Coming out with it And driving in is Freeman, and missed a shot. Follow won't go. Another follow. Now yet another jumper, and this time J.C. Gray is going to pick up a deuce there. I think out of sheer persistence. And they're letting the clock run full time now, although it's not 30 points yet.
They probably had some kind of agreement in the
Yeah.
second half.
So they're going to stop it at 2:50, and let's see. The Tigers will have substitutes in here. Corbin Smith back in. Also, Matthew Plunk in the game. Cole Callahan as Peyton Murphy. The Tigers try to take it in on the offensive end and lose the ball. Also, Jaden Davis in. Here's a drive by Gray that's stopped, and the Cardinals will kick it back outside. 2:26 now. Gray goes in, has a layup, but it rolls off. No good. Rebound taken down by Davis. Jaden Davis on the left side now to Peyton Murphy. Now to Callahan, Cole Callahan. There's a steal by Maddox Gant. Driving down and going up for the shot was Gant. He's going to be fouled with 2:03 remaining. Foul on Jaden Davis. As I said, of no consequence now. And first shot is up. No good. Into the game for the Tigers is number 20, and I don't. Oh, that's Gabe Eliff. I'm sorry. Yeah, Gabe Eliff is in now. So that's Corbin Smith, Gabe Eliff. The shot's up and good. The second one anyway. 2:02 left. Also Peyton Murphy, Matthew Plunk, Jaden Davis. Just make sure they get a little air time here. Driving Davis goes under for the bank shot. Catches the back rim. Follow won't go. As Smith goes up for the follow, it fell off. The Cardinals go down the floor with it. Driving in the lane is Rossum. Rossum is going to run right over Davis, and he'll pick up a foul for his efforts. Offensive foul. 1:34 now. Bleachers practically empty now, except on the Adamsville side. So the Tigers get it over to Plunk. Plunk. Murphy to Plunk now. Murphy's got it, crossing in the lane, has it stripped away. 1:14 now as the Cardinals come back down. It's going to be a Tiger victory here. Rebound off of the shot is going to be Corbin Smith. And now there is timeout. They're stopping the clock to substitute a couple of JV players that I don't have on my roster.
Callahan was one of them in 23.
I don't know. I don't have a 23. I got Callahan. There's a pass and underneath, and coming out with it is Cole. Now to Plunk. Then to Eliff. Now back to Davis. Jaden Davis for a two, about 6 feet out. No good. Rebound taken down by Maddox Gant. Here's a drive into the paint. This looks like a runaway truck. The shot for three is off, no good, but the follow is going to be up and good by Maddox Freeman. So 8 seconds, 63-49 is going to be your final score. I can almost guarantee it. As a matter of fact, that's it. It's over. 63-49, Tigers win it, and Lady Tigers win it 49-46 earlier tonight, and head off into the wild blue yonder of district play come Tuesday night when we'll be on the road to Jackson Southside. Then we will take the trip over to Selmer that next Friday night to play McNary, and it gets tougher all the way out. So going to be an interesting season. It's going to be something that the Tigers are going to really have to dedicate themselves to if they're going to come out alive.
Well, I don't know if you remember or were at the Tishomingo game, but that was kind of a preview, especially on the girls' side, of kind of what we're in store for moving forward with a couple of teams. Southside is a new team in our district, and we've seen them play, and they can go get it, and they've got a couple of young ladies that are really good. That the one last year that we saw that we thought was a senior, and she was a sophomore. And they'll get after you, and on the boys' side the same way. So we're going to shoot it well, play good defense, and try to get it into the fourth quarter and see what happens. And, you heard Coach say you got Southside, and then hopefully you can go over there and steal one of these games on the road, or maybe 2 out of the 3 first games on the road, and that'll put you way ahead, as far as district goes and seeding.
Well, I think tonight showed us the value of home floor advantage.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
well, they got to come here too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, anything can happen. I'm not discounting anybody.
Yeah.
I just hope everybody knows that it's going to get tougher before it gets any easier. Looking at the score really quickly for the Cardinals, Briley Ritter had 17 to lead scores. Maddox Smith had 8. Skylar Folden had 4. J.C. Gray 4. Asa Baker 3. And Ken Mounty had 2. Avery Burks had 1. Maddox Freeman had 3. And I'm not sure about Freeman because I didn't have his number on my roster. For the Tigers, the leading scorer tonight is Tanner Davis with 18. He did that quietly and scored most of those in the second half. He's followed there by Carson Phillips. His was quiet, too, underneath the basket. All of them 2s. And so he finished second in scoring. J.T. Smith started out like a house of fire. Cooled off a little later in the game. We still had 11. Jackson Burdine had 10. Played a consistent game all the way through. Ben Benson had a 3 and a deuce and did well. Lamarion White had 5. He and Lamarion both had 5. And Corbin Smith got in with the deuce tonight, so the sophomore. So good night for both teams. Tigers take home 2 W's, and can't argue with that.
No, anytime you beat Adamsville, it's always a good night. So
Sports Talk in the morning, don't forget it.
9 a.m., Coach Kurt, Coach Geyer will be in. We'll talk about tonight's game.
All the homies will be there. So
everybody will be in.
All
and
right.
We'll get you caught up on everything going on, especially over Christmas break, and then get you set up for next week.
Yep. All right, so that about wraps it up here. Lady Tigers win by 3. Tigers win at 63-49 in the second game. So for Steve Carnell and my good friend Steve Smith, this is Bill Sharp saying good night, Tiger fans.